Today, from the heavy metal perspective, we're going to be talking about the MI Effects Lo-Fi Delay Pedal. This guy is replacing my MXR carbon copy delay, and if you can see there, they're about, it's a bit hard to see, they're about the same size. In the future I will be doing a video comparing the two, but today we're here to talk about the lo-fi delay. If you're not familiar with MI Audio or MI Effects, they're a company based out in Sydney, Australia, and I think this guy came out in about 2011, and I've kind of had my own one ever since. So, I'm going to go a few different things here. First of all, we've got a time control, and I think it goes up to 600 milliseconds. It repeats. And you've also got modulation, so like a chorus effect in this as well. So I'll bring that down, hopefully you can see that a bit better. So then you've got your rate for the chorus effect, depth control, a level control, which when you read the owner's manual kind of says it's different to a mix control because it keeps in X amount of the dry signal. But anyway, it's kind of like a fancy pants way of saying a mix control. And a input control, so if you're using, say for example, really high output pickups, or you've got your overdrive pedal just cranked right into this, you can actually turn it down so it's not clipping the input. Actually pickup wise, or guitar wise, I'm using my black EC1000 with JB and a 59 wire to one volume control. Well, there's a three-way switch, but one volume, no tone. Now, so that's all those. Now you've got three little toggle switches here. You've got, oh geez, can't remember what that one is, but you've got square wave, and, oh that's right, triangle and square wave. These affect the chorus effect. Then you've got like a high and a low pass filter for the delay itself, and then trails. So if hopefully it's not too loud. If it's loud and clipping the camera, I'm going to apologise now. So if I really crank up the repeats, it still stays on. Okay? Which is one thing that the carbon copy won't do. It'll just, as soon as you turn the effect off, you got no more delay. So that's a big bonus for this guy. Just runs on a 9-volt power supply or a 9-volt battery. Anyway, enough chit chat, let's get into some different sounds. Just quickly, I'm going to go to a clean signal with the 59. Okay, so this is just how I've had the pedal set. And you can hear, you already get a little bit of that sort of wobble with the chorus effect. So if I turn that off, that's what you got. So just there's no chorus here. So and that will affect, this top one will affect the chorus. And if we go to low, so this would be a much darker delay. Much brighter. And, well, this one's pretty obvious. No trails. Trails stay on. So, personally, this is basically how I've had the pedal set. I think you got 600 milliseconds, so you go from really, really short. And that's one thing I've noticed with this guy too. The controls are very sensitive. So, we're going to go... Let's put some dirt back on. Virtually, no effect without it. Virtually nothing. Bring it up to about half. Yeah, your typical slapback sort of effect. 3/4. And 600 milliseconds. one thing I like about this. Alright, so bring it back to about here, roughly where I've had it set before. Repeats, so virtually no repeats, or none. Now, probably the one thing I don't like about this, it will go into self-oscillation very, very quickly. So we're at halfway now. So that's all ready to start to oscillate and come back. That's what, 2 o'clock? Yeah. Problem one bicker about that, it goes right into oscillation real quick. That's roughly where I've had it set before, but one thing that's really cool about this, actually let's have a look at the level control. Nothing. Stuff like that, that's why I love echoes. The note will kind of play off of itself. Now, where are we? So just going to get messier and messier, I think. Probably around about where I've had it set. Let's have a look at the chorus effect. Now, the one bonus that this has over the carbon copy is that if you want to adjust the chorus effect, you don't have to take the bass plate off, find an absolute minuscule screwdriver and adjust the internal controls. Everything's put up on the front. So, now like I said, some of these effects kind of intertwine with one another and they're very, very sensitive. So, a bit of wobble. You can hear kind of that flutter on the note there. Back to the JB pickup. So if I just play, you can hear the note starting to flutter. Personally, I don't really like that sound. Yeah, all sorts of weird stuff going on there. I don't really like my chorus, or my effects to really do anything that crazy. That's probably about where that's probably about where I like it. So if we go back up to this top control, which will go from triangle to square wave, it's nice and chorusy, really weird sounding. Virtually, start getting into like a pitch modulation. Yeah, not a big fan of that, but probably about there. That's where I like it. So anyway, back to now. what originally prompted me to start doing this type of video was, so for example, you do a search on YouTube for a wah pedal. You get to hear someone play a funk riff, a Jimi Hendrix riff, and it's probably about it. When you did a search for the MXR carbon copy, for example, you got some rockabilly stuff, some U2 sounding stuff. That's probably about it. When they did, like I said, this is just what inspired me to start doing this type of video for high gain stuff, and I know I've done a lot of clean stuff, and that's really just so you can hear the little details on this pedal. When they did run this, a delay pedal with distortion, for example, it was put right into the front of a distorted amp, and generally like a bloody Fender Blues Junior or something like that. For me, and I think a lot of other players, delay into distortion is not a very nice sound. It's just my opinion. I don't think it's a very nice sound. The delay tends to just take over everything, and that's why I've kind of just decided to start doing these videos. So, anywho, so like I said, JB59 pickups, and alright, so as far as delay pedals go, I like using those if I'm doing a slow riff, perhaps to sort of fill in the gaps, or really if I'm doing any sort of lead playing, it's on. So, a slow riff, one thing I've been using this for is the start of Mr. Crowley. Stuff like that. Perhaps, oh geez, something like The Preacher. Stuff like that. Or with The Preacher, hopefully I don't stuff this up. Stuff like that. Or if I'm doing lead playing, what would be a good example? Stuff like that, it just fills in the gaps. Bending. That's how I use it. That's why I like delay pedals. But while we've got the distortion on, if we go to low pass, you'll hear that the delay is a lot darker. So it gets, for me that's a little too dark and muddy. If I go back to the high pass, what can we do? Now if we go to this one, this is, I'm not a big fan of this setting. You can hear that the chorus effect is very up and down. It's not a nice flowing sort of effect. So personally that's where I've had it set, but if we go for a longer delay, shorter. almost not going to hear it. Kind of silly, that one, I think. Probably around there's where I roughly like it, maybe a fraction longer. Probably about there. Basically what I'm after with my lead setting is a little bit of a very mild, a little bit of a slapback type of effect. I did a video a while ago with the carbon copy. I'm trying to get that Randy Rhoads lead tone, triple tracked lead tone. And that's kind of what I'm generally going for. When it starts affecting the bending, that's what I'm after, just sort of filling in the gaps. That type of stuff. So there we have it. The MIFX lo-fi delay. That's about it. It's about all I can really say of it. I've had this thing for just over a week now. So far, so good. Quite happy with it, and in the next, hopefully the next few days I'll do a video with that guy as well. Doing a MI for FX versus MXR. So, anywho, I hope you like it. I'll apologise again if the sound was clipping or anything like that. I'll show you where we are. There's the pedal board. There's my amp. So, I apologise now if it got a bit noisy or anything, but there's my pedal board. Rocktron, the delay, and Boss G7, and MIFX tube zone, and my power supply. Anywho, I hope that wasn't too loud and didn't clip at all. Anywho, I'll catch you later.